If you've been thinking about trying to start your own Amazon business and selling your own products on Amazon, you're in the right place. In this course, I'm going to tell you exactly how to start a successful Amazon business in the next 90 days and scale it to 7 figures plus per year, following my step-by-step blueprint. So in this training, I'm going to go over who can make money on Amazon, who is this business model even good for and correct for. I'll talk about the 8 steps to start a successful Amazon business. These are the 8 steps that I follow for all of our clients and all of our brands. You can just copy and paste these to make sure you are successful also. Then I'll give you a checklist to follow before launching your first product. That way, from the very first day, from day one that you launch, you're going to start making sales. Then I'll talk about how much capital you need to start this business. Now, if you stick with me until the very end, I'll also tell you a bonus tip and a way to make money on Amazon, even if you have $0 and zero startup capital to begin this business with. And the best thing is you don't even need any experience. Anybody can do this. But first, before I give you the full plan, I want to tell you who I am. So who the heck am I besides some random guy sitting on your screen talking to you about Amazon? Well, my name is Michael Jordan. I've been selling on Amazon for about 7 years now, professionally since 2017. And in that time, I've sold over $40 million in revenue just on Amazon alone. I also started a marketing agency to help other Amazon sellers and brands, and we manage over $400 million of revenue on Amazon every single year, and over 200 employees at my marketing agency called Bad Marketing. So my goal with this training is I want to teach you the lessons and mistakes that I've learned over the last 7 years of running brands on Amazon so that you don't make those same mistakes and you can significantly expedite the time it takes you to be successful on Amazon. Now, my Amazon journey actually started long before 2017. And that's when I first started getting into business and the online world of selling products online. It's actually at the age of 13 when I was about in 8th grade where I discovered Craigslist and I started flipping and selling stuff on Craigslist. From there, it progressed into eBay and Amazon. So I started ordering 200, 300 units in bulk and was reselling that on eBay and Amazon. I was reselling things like dog leashes and dog harnesses when I was in middle school and early high school, all the way through university. And then in high school, I got into affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is where you run other people's products and offers and ads on platforms. So imagine that you visit a website and you see an ad, a banner ad down the left or right side. Somebody is running that. And if you click that and convert on the offer, then they make money on that. So I started doing affiliate marketing along with flipping products on Craigslist and eBay and Amazon back in high school and was making over $100,000 a year online. After that, I went to college. I got an industrial engineering degree and a 9-to-5 job because that's what you're supposed to do, right? This is actually a picture of me working at Colgate Palmolive, making toothpaste, working as a manufacturing engineer on the line, working 9 to 5. I was driving like 1 to 1.5 hours each day whenever I was working this job. And then soon after that, I got into what's called Shopify. So Shopify is just a platform to host your website. This is actually a picture of me and some of my products that I was selling on Shopify. They were print on demand and drop shipping canvases. So through that business, I did about $1.8 million on my Shopify website. What I learned through this, though, is that Shopify was way harder to run than Amazon. You have to build your own website. You have to edit your own theme. You have to optimize the website. You have to make sure all the apps are installed correctly and everything is running correctly on your own website. You basically turn into a full-time website developer. There were also challenges with running Facebook ads, right? I was beholden to Mark Zuckerberg. If he decided to change the Facebook ad algorithm or cost per ads went up, that meant my cost for my business went up also. I was also running a warehouse, not a brand, right? You want to be a marketer working from your laptop wherever in the world that you would like to, not running a warehouse and driving a forklift and managing warehouse employees. There's also low trust from customers when compared to Amazon, right? Everybody goes to Amazon and they trust that if the product is not correct or it's not what they want, they can just return it with a click of a couple buttons and they're going to get a refund and get their money back, no problem at all. So because of all of this, margins were really, really low as well. So on $1.8 million, which is a massive amount of revenue, I actually only made about $150,000 to $200,000 of revenue across the years of running this business. So I found that compared to Amazon, Shopify and drop shipping and print on demand businesses were way more work and way more risk for much fewer rewards and much fewer dollars. That's when I decided to invest $3,000 and start my own private label brand on Amazon. So a private label brand just means that you are taking a product that is already created, you're creating a brand for it, and you're putting your brand on that product and then selling it to customers that are already looking for that product. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're not inventing new products. We're taking products that already have search demand and buying demand from customers on Amazon. We're creating our version of it and putting our brand and our label on it. So if you can imagine, you go to the grocery store and you are looking for peanut butter, and there's the Kroger brand, the Walmart brand of peanut butter. That is Walmart's private label. And that's exactly what we're going to do as well. So I just went over why Amazon is the best business model compared to other models like dropshipping and selling your own products on your Shopify website. But why did I actually start on Amazon in the first place before all of that? Well, really, I hated my 9-to-5 job, right? It's not like I had a bad job. I actually had a really good job. It paid me well. I had great benefits, but I was sitting in a cube all day. I was at a desk all freaking day, and I felt massively underutilized, right? Most days I was only productive for 3 to 4 hours of the day because that's all the work that I had to do. And then the rest of the day, I had to just sit there and pretend like I was working, right? When your manager walks around and you frantically open spreadsheets and put something on your screen to try to act like you're busy, that's exactly what I was going through. So I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to set my own rules, set my own terms, and make more money and have more time freedom than I currently had at my 9-to-5 job. Right? Again, I felt massively undervalued and underutilized. I went to college. I got this industrial engineering degree, and then I was sitting in a cube acting like I was working for 3 to 4 hours per day. So I really wasn't living up to my full potential that I knew I was potential of whenever I was working in the office and workspace. I wanted to buy nice things, right? I didn't want a Lambo or anything like that. I just wanted a nice car, and I couldn't even afford that, right? I wanted to buy my parents and my friends nice dinners and nice things, but I really couldn't even afford that because I was making okay money, but I was stuck in this 9-to-5 job with no upward potential. So I really just couldn't accept and didn't want to accept the reality of what my life was turning into. That's why I launched Amazon. And in the first 3 months after launching my product, I earned more money than I did in a full year with Shopify and my 9-to-5 job. So I tell you all that because I want you to know that I was faced with a lot of difficulties, but the risk massively paid off. So let's go over the top 3 difficulties of starting a brand on Amazon that I don't want you to have to go through, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. The first difficulty that I faced is I didn't know the criteria to follow to choose a profitable niche or profitable products within those niches, right? I wasn't sure if I chose this product and started selling it on Amazon, if I could actually make money with this product. Difficulty number 2, man, ordering from China was so confusing. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to negotiate or communicate with my Chinese suppliers. And then there's all kinds of different methods to ship your goods by if you're ordering from China. So I really wish that I would have had a mentor or just someone to ask that had been there and done that before. And difficulty number 3, I really was unsure how to run ads. It was a completely new world, and you're spending money on ads. So I quickly learned that it cost me a lot more money to learn and test by myself instead of following a proven process from somebody that's, again, been there and done that. The biggest challenge that I learned was not having a mentor cost me years and years of forward progress. So I believe that if I would have had a good mentor to show me exactly what to do, lay out the plan in front of me that I could just follow, that was proven step by step, I could have saved a ton of time and a ton of money. And instead of being where I am right now after 7 years, I truly believe I would have been there in 2 to 3 years. But now I run 2 brands that consistently generate over $150,000 per month. And my agency Bad Marketing makes $400 million per year for our clients and brands that they run. So here's some of the brands that you might recognize and know that myself and my team at Bad Marketing handle and run and grow their Amazon accounts. Now, why does everything that I just told you matter? Well, because here's what it allows me to do. Now I can truly only work 1 to 2 hours per day on my Amazon brand if I want to. Most of the time, that just means checking up on basic metrics, making sure ads are doing okay, making sure there's enough inventory and shipping more inventory if I need to. And that usually only takes 1 to 2 hours per day. I have products that do $50,000 per month that only take like 1 hour per month to check on ads and inventory. And because of this, I can work from home on a laptop or basic computer. You don't need 50 different screens like you're day trading. You don't need, high res, ultra 4K HD curved screens or anything special at all. You can work from home from a laptop, or you can travel around the world. If you follow me on social media, you know I love to travel. I'm constantly traveling around the world. I go to Spain, I go to Thailand, I go all throughout the US. I just got back from a trip in Europe. So I love traveling the world, and Amazon has allowed me to do that. And because of Amazon, I've also become financially independent. Remember a few minutes ago when I told you, like, when I was in my 9 to 5, I couldn't even buy the simple car that I wanted. I couldn't take my family, my mom and dad, out to dinner and treat them. I couldn't take my friends out to dinner. I was always pinching pennies because I wasn't truly financially independent. But now I'm able to take care of my family. I can treat them to a nice dinner and really live a life that I've always dreamed of. You see me on Instagram traveling and climbing mountains and fishing and snowboarding and skiing and doing all that outdoor stuff that I love to do. Well, that's really because my Amazon brands allow me to only work 1 to 2 hours per day, and I can live that life while still making money. Why did I actually make this mini course though? And why am I giving away my blueprint and step-by-step guide for achieving results just like I get? Well, through my marketing agency, I've spent millions and millions of dollars on ads. I've made millions and millions of dollars for other people, and I see exactly what works and what doesn't. That, coupled with my personal experience launching and managing my personal brands, I feel like I can provide true value into the world and save a lot of people a lot of money and a lot of time by not making the same mistakes that I did. So who is this course for, and who is this business model? Who can actually successfully sell on Amazon? Well, the cool thing is anybody can successfully sell on Amazon. You don't have to have years of experience. You don't have to have tens and tens of thousands of dollars. You can actually start with $0, which I'll show you at the end of this training if you stay until the very end. And you don't have to have any experience at all. You can start from day one and be successful if you follow a proven plan that I'm going to show you. So this could be for those people that are working a 9 to 5 job and you just want an additional income source, right? You don't have to have grand plans to run a massive business and have hundreds of employees and replace your 9 to 5 job. You could be working an awesome 9 to 5 and love your 9 to 5 job and who you work with, but you just want a little additional income. This could also be for parents who want to work from home, right? It sucks having to drive to work all day, then drive home and then take care of your kids. Now, imagine if you're a parent that works from home and you could be there for your kids all day. You could take them to school in the morning. You could pick them up from school in the evening. You could take them to their music class or sports or whatever it may be. This is for you if you're a parent and you want the flexibility to work from home and work a few hours per day. This is also for students who want to become financially independent like I did, right? I went and got a really good degree. I got an industrial engineering degree, but I still just felt undervalued and like I was worth more and had the potential to become. This could also be for students who just want to become financially independent like myself, right? Whenever I was in school, I got a great degree, industrial engineering, but I still felt like I just wasn't reaching and achieving my full potential. So that's why I started Amazon, and now I'm financially independent and can do whatever I want, whenever I want, because I only have to work 1 to 2 hours per day from my laptop. So if you only want to work 1 to 2 hours per day once you get everything set up and make an easy $10,000 additional income stream per month, Well, building an Amazon business is exactly for you if you follow these strategies that I'm about to teach you. So let's go through the 8 steps to start a successful business on Amazon. So you don't have to guess, you don't have to waste money, you don't have to waste time, and you don't have to make mistakes. Step number 1 of 8, find a profitable product. This is your very first step and the most important thing. You want a product with massive demand and search volume. You want it to be small and easy to ship, right? It shouldn't be like some long, obtuse, difficult thing to ship. That's an odd shape. It needs to be consumable, ideally, right? Because consumable products, people come back over and over again to purchase from you, like food, supplements, or beauty. Now, I'll say it doesn't have to be consumable. Many of my products today are not consumable. My very first products were not, and I've still been able to be successful on Amazon. It shouldn't be restricted or gated on Amazon. There's lots of products and categories that you're not allowed to sell or take a lot of specialty documents and testing that you need to provide Amazon. I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever sell those products, but let's make it as easy as possible for your first products. And then it needs to be an easy supply chain. It shouldn't have components from all around the world that are difficult and timely to source. So some of the categories that I say for your first products when you're first starting out to stay away from are clothing. Return rates are really high. You have to have small, medium, large, XL, black, blue, green, red, gray, white, right? All those different variations make it a hard niche and category to get into. Jewelry is the same exact thing. There's so many sizes and options. It's a really hard supply chain. Drug related, those are going to be restricted or gated on Amazon, and Amazon makes you provide documents, right? That could be illegal drug paraphernalia or even legal over the counter drugs. And then your products should not be fragile. You're shipping these all throughout the US and all throughout the world. You don't want them to be fragile and break. And then electronics are also hard because they can break or they can have issues during shipping and manufacturing. Step number 2 is to create your brand and come up with your brand name and your branding. So that's going to be a short name that is 1 or 2 words and easy to remember, right? You want customers to remember your brand name and come back to it and tell their friends and family about it. Next, you want to make sure it's not taken or trademarked already by somebody else. That's going to cause a lot of issues, and Amazon's not going to allow you to sell that same brand of products. And then you could also potentially get into a legal battle if you take somebody else's trademark and start infringing on it. And then one common thing and holdup that I see is your brand name and business name do not need to match. It could be Michael Jordan LLC, and I sell my XYZ brand of products under that LLC. Step number 3, you need to find a reliable supplier. So this is exactly how you're going to do it. You're going to go to Alibaba.com. It's the largest manufacturing website in the world where suppliers and manufacturers can connect with people just like us that want to create our own products and sell them ourselves. You're going to contact multiple different suppliers with products that look like something that you want to sell and source. Then you're going to order samples from those suppliers and choose the best one. And once you have the best one, that's when you can start negotiating with these suppliers and manufacturers and eventually place your purchase order with them. You always want to get a pre-shipment inspection because if you don't, you could receive broken or faulty product. And then after all of this, you're going to ship it into the Amazon FBA warehouse without you ever seeing anything other than the samples. And then you're going to start selling it on Amazon. So step number 4, let's go a little bit more into how to ship your product. There's 3 main methods. That's air shipping, ocean shipping, and LTL, which stands for less than truckload. So air shipping, you're going to ship your stuff on an airplane. Ocean shipping, those are those big sea freight containers that you see on the back of trucks or on the large ocean freight ships. And then LTL would be if you send products on pallets, but it doesn't take up a full 18-wheeler or full truckload. So some of the benefits of air shipping, it's obviously much, much faster. You can get your products in 5 to 10 days versus 20 to 45 days ocean shipping. It's very reliable. Planes go in and out of the import and export ports daily. It is more expensive though, but it's really good for small and light products that you're going to search for to sell. Ocean shipping, if you're shipping large quantities, but again, it is up to 45 days. It can be more expensive depending on the size of your product. And then there's many times delays, right? An ocean freight container runs into a bridge and now the port is closed, or they have to reroute around a canal for whatever political reasons. So this is best for large, heavy bulk shipments. And then LTL is what you're going to use if you source your products in the same country that you're in. For example, you use a US manufacturer and you just need to get it from your US manufacturer into an Amazon warehouse. You're going to use LTL 18-wheeler trucks to do that. Now, step number 5 of 8, you're going to create high converting listings. Right? This is extremely important because you don't want to have a leaky bucket, for example. You don't want to be pouring all this traffic into your listing and people are leaking out here and there and everywhere because you don't answer the questions that they are wondering whenever they're looking at your product and your listing. So to create a high converting listing, start with high quality photos and graphics. Don't take these on your iPhone. Don't have your cousin from down the street take these in his bedroom. These need to be high quality photos and high quality professional graphics, and they're not that much more expensive to create. You need social proof, or UGC, user generated content, to show other people using your product. Right? That's the best way to sell something, is if we see somebody else using it and having a good time with your product, I'm going to want to buy it as well. You need to have a lot of reviews. There's certain ways to get reviews and there's certain ways that are bad that you should not try to get reviews. You're going to craft your title, your bullets, and your description to be optimized and have high converting search terms and high search volume keywords in them. And then you want to turn on subscribe and save if that's something that applies to your product. So having images that are not professional, again, they're just going to turn people off because they're going to click the back button and go to the next listing right after yours that has professional images and graphics. You want your images to have infographics, right? That's like pop outs and call outs that say, this is what's cool, this is what's good, this is what's unique about my product versus other products. You're also going to want to use all of the brand registry modules like the story and A+ content and EBC. And you want all of that to be really optimized. So when you're on Amazon, you need to grab people's attention. You don't want to have big, long paragraphs of text. There's a very certain way that you should create your A+ content to grab people's attention and convert them to click the add to cart button. If your bullets aren't formatted, that's always bad because, again, you want people to trust your brand, and just having random bullets that are different lengths, capitalization is not correct, there's misspellings, that's going to cause mistrust in your brand, and somebody's going to click the back button and buy from another brand that looks better than yours. So let's go through a good example and then a bad example of listing. This first product is a really good example of listing. You can see how their main image, this package, takes up tons of room. They have these mushrooms behind it, and then they show the gummies right here. So you know, this is exactly what I'm going to get. This is what it's going to look like. That's what I can expect. Their title is formatted nicely. They have tons of reviews. They have that Amazon Choice badge for mushroom herbal supplements. You have all of this information filled out. And then look at their bullets, how nicely formatted they are. All caps at the front, and they're all roughly the same size and length. Now let's look at a bad listing. So this, they don't have anything behind it. This image is washed out. You can see their other images look, washed out. There's no infographics on them versus this. Which one is right? Now, this different products, but you get the idea, and you can see how poor this main image is. Their title does not utilize all 200 characters. They don't have a ton of reviews. I'm sure if they implemented some review acquiring tactics, they could have 200 reviews instead of 28. And then there's no bullets here, right? What's up with that? I'm definitely not buying this product. All right, so step number 6, PPC ads. That stands for pay-per-click ads, and this is Amazon's ad platform, similar but very different and very better than Facebook and their ad platform. So PPC is the easiest and fastest way to get sales from day one. You want to start your PPC ads from the very first minute that you launch your product on Amazon. And then there's software tools that you can use to automate and manage your PPC so that you don't have to look at them every single day. You can check in every other day or once a week or once every other week if you set your campaigns up correctly and use the software out there. And then you're also going to send outside traffic from Instagram, from TikTok, from Facebook, because this is going to help your ranking on Amazon. When Amazon sees that people from outside, from other websites like Instagram and TikTok are coming to Amazon to search for your product, they're going to rank you higher organically so that when somebody who has never seen your brand searches for a product similar to yours, Amazon's going to show yours at the very top. They're going to click it. You're going to have an awesome optimized listing, and then they're going to buy from you. Now, step number 7 of 8, you want to get tons of reviews. Reviews are obviously important, so you need to get as many real reviews as possible the very first thing after you launch. Now, you can utilize friends and family, but you want to be careful not to get people that are too close to you that maybe are on the same Wi-Fi, because then Amazon might say, hey, you paid for this review and that's not allowed, and they could potentially suspend your listing or just remove that review. So why are reviews so important? Well, think about it. If you are shopping on Amazon, nobody wants to be the very first customer to take the risk and buy from a listing with 0 reviews. You're unsure about it. Yeah, you can return it to Amazon, no problem, no issues at all. But what if you could just click the back button and buy from this listing that looks awesome, that has 4,000 reviews instead? More times than not, you're going to do that. So that's one reason why it's so important to get as many reviews as possible as soon as you launch your listing. And when you launch your listing, that's what you're going to focus on. Once you get even just one single 5-star review, you're going to start to see people convert and go to your listing and start buying your product. And step number 8, last but not least, after you have done all that, all you have to do is control your inventory and watch it scale. So by controlling your inventory, that means checking daily or every other day, depending on how much inventory you have shipped in. And Amazon will tell you, hey, we suggest sending this much inventory into the Amazon warehouse so that you will not run out of stock and customers can still buy your product from all across the country. This is really easy to do. It should take a few minutes, and all you have to do is send a couple emails or messages to your warehouse that's holding your inventory, and they'll ship more directly into Amazon to you without you ever having to touch the inventory or run a warehouse or run a forklift or manage warehouse employees. So to sum all of that up, let's go over those 8 steps again. Step number 1, you're going to find a profitable product that has enough margin for you to sell. I suggest something at least $15, because the one thing you don't want to do is invest in a product, start to sell it on Amazon, and realize there's not enough margin in this product. You also want to find a product with enough search volume so that when you launch it, there's people searching for it because they want to buy it. We don't want to go into a niche that has such low search volume and no competition, because that means people aren't looking to buy that product on Amazon. Step number 2, you're going to create a brand name that's short and memorable that matches your product and your niche, because we want people to remember and talk about your brand. Step number 3, find a reliable supplier so that you don't get scammed, that they don't send you bad product, and that you can rely on the supplier month over month, year over year. Then you're going to choose the correct method to ship your product into the Amazon FBA warehouse. And step number 5, while your product is shipping across the sea or from wherever you ordered it from, you're going to create a high converting listing that's optimized with good images, good title, good bullets, good graphics, and good call outs so that customers convert and buy your product instead of other competitor products on Amazon. And then when you're ready to launch from day 1, you're going to launch your PPC ads and start getting sales instantly. Step number 7, you're going to get as many reviews as possible from day 1, because remember, you don't want to be the very first person to take a risk and buy a product on Amazon that has 0 reviews. And then step number 8, last but not least, you're going to control your inventory and scale your product up from there. So now that we've gone over all that, let's talk about how much budget and how much capital you actually need to get started. Now, these are what I suggest. You can get more expensive than this, or you can even get less expensive to this, but this is a good middle of the road that I have found works for people. So start your LLC. This is your business entity and what you're going to do business under and open your bank accounts under. That's usually about $100. You can do that through the state yourself. You're going to create a logo. That's around $20 if you use an AI software. To create your packaging and branding and design for your boxes and your products, that's usually about $300 to get a designer to do that. And then you're going to order product. We're not ordering 5,000 or 10,000 units or tons. We're going to order a minimum order quantity. That's MOQ. And that's usually about $2,000 because we want to prove that our product is good and that people want to buy it. Shipping and import and export expenses from China will run you about $500 for $2,000 worth of product. Then we're going to start Amazon ads. That's $30 per day is what I suggest. But remember, you will always get a return from your Amazon ads. It's not like Facebook ads where you can spend $3,000 and get $0 in sales. We're showing our ad to people that search for our specific product, and they're very likely to buy it if they click our ad. You can also charge this to a credit card, right? So that gets tons of credit card points, which is awesome. I haven't paid for a flight with money in years and years since I can remember. And then $500 is what I say save for like miscellaneous expenses, right? Something's going to come up. Maybe you have to do a second round of packaging design, and that's $350 instead of $300. We just want a little safety in the bank, and then $500 again for that extra safety in the bank, so that if anything comes up, you're not running on empty. Your bank account's not zero. You can pay $50 extra, order a few more products, or order faster shipping from China. So all of that summed up is about $5,000 to start up. Now, again, you can start with $10,000. You can start with $20,000. I launch new products with $20,000 now. But the minimum that I would suggest is $5,000. But what if that's too much, right? You might be saying like, man, $5,000 is a big risk. That's a lot of money. And I don't even have $5,000 right now. Well, if you feel like you don't have enough money to invest into this business model for yourself, remember at the start of this training, I said, if you stick with me all the way until the very end, I'm going to show you an awesome way to start selling your own products with $0. So let's go over that now. The way to do that is exactly what I do to make millions of dollars a year at bad marketing. You're going to charge other people for Amazon services, just like we do at bad, right? So you can charge people thousands of dollars per month to do basic services for them on Amazon, like create their listing, launch their listing, run their ads, optimize their listing, get infographics made for their images, right? Because their uncle or cousin down the street shot their pictures on their iPhone 5 and they're just not converting. Well, you know now that you can't do that. You know what it takes to convert people on Amazon. So you can charge people thousands of dollars with the information that you learn about how to sell on Amazon. The best part is this doesn't take years of experience. It doesn't even take months of experience. With what you learn in 1 to 2 weeks, you can easily start to make $3,000 to $5,000 with just 1 or 2 clients. Some people will pay $1,000 to $2,000 or $3,000 per month for you to manage their Amazon brand and their listings. So you don't need tons of experience. You don't need any starting capital. I'm going to show you where you can find clients just like this. The 2 best services that you want to offer these clients are going to be PPC, advertising, and listing optimization. Everybody always needs help with their ads, and everybody always needs help with their listing optimization. And whenever you run better ads for these people and you optimize their listing and they start getting more sales, they're going to absolutely love you and they're going to want to pay you more and more so that you can do this for other listings and run their ads for other listings and other brands as well. So where do we actually find clients like this? It's easy to say, hey, just go get clients and run their Amazon for them. But where do you actually do it? Well, it's a website called Upwork. So Upwork is a freelance website where people will go and they'll post job posts. Right? They'll say, hey, I have this project. I need somebody to optimize my Amazon listing because I don't have the time or knowledge or experience or just don't want to. And here's what I'll pay you for it. So you can go to Upwork right now and you can search Amazon listing or Amazon PPC or Amazon ads, and you can find hundreds of people that need your help from what you learn in this course. So as you can see, I truly believe that Amazon is still the best business model in the world, that you can start with zero experience. You can follow a proven path. You can work from home. You can work from wherever in the world as long as you have Wi-Fi and a laptop, which everybody has now. And you can scale this business to $10,000 a month within the first 3 months of you starting. So through all of the journey that I just went over with you, all of my years of selling on Amazon and running online businesses, there were tons of challenges, mistakes, lost money, lost time, and life hacks that I really just wish I had a good mentor that's been there and done that to tell me, yes, do this, or yes, do that, or don't do that, or here's what you should do in this scenario. I truly believe that anybody with zero experience can find a product on Amazon, launch it, and within the first 3 to 4 months, be making significant money, whether it's additional income or money to replace their full 9-to-5 job. So that's exactly why I made my own course where I cover each of these steps that we just went over in depth. So people like you won't make the same stupid mistakes and lose money and time. Within the full program, you're going to receive access to over 100 video lessons by me and other experts and other people on my team at Bad Marketing, where I go over the detail and show you the step-by-step process that you can just copy and paste to start your own brand and find your own products on Amazon. Now, here are the exact modules that you'll get access to in the full course. Let's go over these real quick. And remember, there's over 100 videos and my cheat sheets where you can just copy and paste and use my exact templates that I use at Bad Marketing and for my own brands to sell over $400 million per year on Amazon. So within these modules, we're going to talk about getting started. So what is Amazon? Welcome to the course. Here's how to use the course and get the most out of it. And here's how to access all the templates and cheat sheets that I provide. We're going to talk about product research. So I'll tell you exactly how to find a good product, the criteria to find a good product, what should you sell it at, how much should you buy it for from the manufacturer, how to launch it, and calculate your budget and your margins and all of your data and numbers. We'll talk about creating your brand. I show you exactly the tools and the software and AI programs that I use to create a logo, a brand name, and the packaging for cheap. Then we're going to go into sourcing and supplier management, where I show you how to negotiate with suppliers, exactly step by step how to find and talk to and reach out to suppliers on Alibaba.com. Then I'll go over shipping your products to Amazon, right? Do you use LTL or air or sea freight? Then how do you negotiate with the shippers? And how do you handle customs and shipping and importing all of your products into the US? Then we'll go over in depth how to create high converting listings. I give you my exact template, how to fill out a listing, how to use an AI software to analyze tens of thousands of reviews of the competitors on Amazon so that you can see what people are talking about they like and what they don't like about your competitor listings. Then we'll go over ads, where I show you step by step how to not waste money on ads, right? From step 1, we're going to launch ads. You're going to do this, this, and this so that you can make a sale your very first day of launching your product. And then we're going to go over in depth what to actually do when you launch your product, right? I give you a checklist of check this, 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 and this, just to make sure you have all the boxes checked. You don't miss a single step and you're successful from day one. Then we'll talk about the right way and the wrong way to get and manage more reviews so that you can quickly acquire hundreds and even thousands of reviews on your products and your listings. And then what to do after launch. All right, that's the fun part. That's when we start working 1 to 2 hours per day or 1 to 2 hours per week, checking products, just making sure they're chugging along, they're ranking, and they're making us money. So if you're interested in the full course and talking about this more and you want a free consultation, you should have received a link in your DMs by now. So there's two options. You can just go follow that link and you'll be contacted by either me or somebody on my team. And we want to talk about this more with you and the opportunity and create a specific game plan so that you can get started doing this and be sure that you're going to be successful with it. And everybody who books a call, you're going to receive a free consultation. Again, we're going to talk about your situation. We're going to figure out a path toward opening a successful business on Amazon specific to your situation and exactly what I would suggest you do and how you go about it. And then I'll give you the full price breakdown of the program and investment. So again, you should have received a DM by now with the link to do that, or you can just pause this video and scan this QR code to book your free consultation with me or somebody on my team. So that's it, guys. If you stuck with me this far, I really appreciate your time. Hope you learned something and got value out of this. If you did like this course, be sure to go tag me on Instagram, post a story about it, let me know that you got value and liked it, and follow me on Instagram. I'll give you a follow back. I truly believe that I am one of the best in the world to teach anybody about Amazon, because unlike other gurus who don't have their own brands, they don't have their own agency servicing other clients, they don't have all that data that I see. They don't see what works well, what doesn't work well, and they actually don't do it themselves. How can you trust somebody to teach you how to do it if they don't even know or they don't do it themselves? All right. So again, you can go back in this video just a minute and scan that QR code, or just look in your DMs. You should have received a link as well that's going to lead you to the same place to book a call with somebody on my team or myself personally. And we're going to go over the exact plan of how you can launch your brand and your products on Amazon. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.